Hey, this is Carolyn Cooper, and this is an all-natural energy shot. In these short videos, I like to give you tips, tools, information all about energy healing that can revive your vibe or enhance your life or answer a question. Today, I'm answering a question. And I was recently visiting my oldest daughter, and I said, do you have some ideas for something fun or any questions or anything for me to do in an energy shot video? And she immediately said, oh yeah, why don't you give advice on how to tell your kids how to describe what you do when somebody asks, what does your mom do? So if you are also an energy healing practitioner, or even if you're just dipping your toe in the water with energy healing, or if you've gone to maybe a session or 2 or 5 or 10 to, if you regularly go to an energy healer and you've got people in your life asking, what is that? Then hopefully this will help you. And maybe even you have some good advice and some good ways to explain it that you can put in the comments below, and you can help me also and anyone else who reads it. So let's get started. I have 5 kids, and they're almost all grown up now. And during the years, they have all said to me, Mom, I don't really know what to say to people when they say, what does your mom do? When they ask, what do your parents do? It's easy Dad's part is easy. Oh, my dad's a golf course superintendent. My mom, she's a speaker. They'll either say she's a speaker or a life coach. And I say, why don't you just tell them, I'm an energy healing practitioner. I don't like to use the word healer because I know God's the healer. I like to say practitioner. And I think they don't like to say that, or just say, they'll say she runs her own company. She's a speaker, she runs her own company. And then if somebody asks more, oh, what does she do? Then that's where they get a little bit stumped. And they've grown up with this stuff. So if my own kids can't explain what it is I do, then that's probably not very good training on my part, that they don't know exactly how to explain that. But here's a nice part, but also can be a little tricky part, is it depends on who is asking me at the time, because different people have different openness, different levels of openness and receptiveness. They also have different life experiences. They also maybe have experience with energy healing or not at all, and they may be really conservative and this just seems weird to them. Or you kind of have to tell where that person's level of understanding energy healing is, because then you kind of explain it in the way that is best, that you think will be easiest for them to understand. And they don't have to understand all of it, but just to give them a little gist of what it is that you do, or that your mom does. So I'm going to get a little bit personal today, just share some about my family. My oldest daughter is an attorney in Washington, D.C. My next son runs his own company, and on the side he is also an artist and a musician. So obviously the people, my daughter's friends asking her, what does your mom do? And my son's friends saying, dude, what does your mom do? Are going to be 2 different ways of explaining it, 2 conversations. I've also got a son in California that does computer programming. So he would probably explain it differently to people as well. And I have 2 more kids after that. So each one of them probably has a different group of friends that it would be explained differently to, obviously. If it's something to do with, if somebody I'm talking to, I know they're very analytical, they understand techie stuff and computers, that's so easy. Then you just say, well, I kind of do on bodies like what can be done on a computer, because this is our bioenergetic, this is our biocomputer here. And so like when you defrag a computer and clean out the old programming, and then you put new, better, more current programming in, that's what I do with people, with bodies, with their energy. I help them with that. Also, you could just explain it in a way that I help people release the emotions that stay with us, that kind of get stuck with us through the experiences we've had in our life. And you can always ask them questions about, have you ever had an experience, and when you have that memory, the pang of that, if it was a painful thing, or the angst or the worry or the fear comes up again when you think about it. It's that we get rid of those emotions because they get stuck in your energy field. You can also explain it in a way that says, well, like we have physical systems of our body, a skeletal system, a respiratory system, a circulatory system. We also have 7 energy centers in our energetic body. So the chakras, the meridians, the aura, the grid, all 7 of them. So there are different ways of explaining without really over-explaining, because if somebody says, hey, what does your mom do? They don't need a whole detailed background of what I do. I tell my kids, just tell them what you tell them. Well, she's a speaker and she runs her own company. Doing what? Oh, she does emotional healing or energy healing. And if someone wants more than that, then they can use one of those descriptions or anything that they come up with all their experience growing up with it. I think it's just getting the wording for it. And once you know how you want to describe it, how that feels to you, then that helps the conversation go smooth and easy. So that's what I told my daughter, and I hope that helps you. If you've got some comments on this, which I'm sure you do, and probably better than how I explained it, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I'm really curious to hear if you're a mom and if you do this type of work or have been exploring this type of work and get asked about it. How do you explain it? What do you say? Not so much explaining the work itself. That's not what I'm after, but explaining, like, what do your kids tell people you do? I'm interested to hear that. All right, that's it for today. Have a great day. Shine on.